Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindful English. I'm Sarah, and I'm sitting here in the studio with Liam.
Hey guys. Sarah, spring is finally here. I was walking to the studio this morning and I just kept stopping. The cherry blossoms are out, the air smells incredible, people are actually outside again. I honestly didn't want to come inside.
I know exactly what you mean. You step outside on a day like today, and it's impossible to just put your head down and rush to work. The world is literally demanding your attention.
It really is. And today we're going to talk about all those little details that make spring feel so alive and give you the natural English to describe every single one of them. Let's get into it. You walk out your front door, take one deep breath, and you just know it. You can feel that spring is in the air.
Spring is in the air. Such a classic expression. It means you can sense the season changing all around you, not just in the temperature, but in everything.
And the very first thing that hits you is the smell. In winter, the air smells cold and sharp. But right now, there's this incredible scent of damp earth and warming soil.
It's the smell of the earth finally starting to thaw out. Thaw out means to slowly warm up and melt after being frozen. Everything just smells alive.
And then you hear it.
The birds!
I heard a robin on my way in this morning, just sitting on a branch, chirping away. Chirp is that short, sharp sound small birds make. Once you start hearing them in the morning, you know winter is really over.
Robins are one of the first signs of spring, and they are so loud. They chirp and sing from the moment the sun comes up.
And look at the trees. A few weeks ago, every branch was completely bare. But now you can see buds starting to appear everywhere.
Buds are those tiny swellings on branches before the leaves actually open up. They're the very first sign that the tree is waking up again.
And once the buds open, you get blossoms on some trees. Blossoms are the small, delicate flowers that appear on trees in spring before the leaves fully come in.
Cherry blossoms, magnolias, apple trees, they all blossom in spring. And when they're in full bloom, it is just stunning.
In full bloom means at the peak of flowering, when the blossoms are fully open and at their most beautiful.
It's so fleeting, though. Fleeting means lasting for only a very short time. One strong breeze and the petals are flying everywhere.
And it's not just the trees. On the ground, you start to see the early flowers pushing their way up.
Daffodils and tulips. Daffodils are those bright yellow flowers that are usually the very first to come up in spring. And tulips follow shortly after, in all different colors.
There is something so satisfying about seeing those first flowers push through the ground after months of bare, frozen soil.
It really is. And I feel like we are waking up right alongside them. It is such a relief to finally come out of hibernation.
Come out of hibernation means to emerge from a long period of staying indoors and being inactive, just like animals who sleep through the winter.
Because winter is so isolating. We spend months just rushing from the car to the subway to the office, trying to escape the freezing wind.
And after months of that, you really start to get cabin fever. Cabin fever means that restless, trapped feeling you get from being stuck indoors for too long.
Cabin fever is so real. You look at the same four walls day after day, and your mind just starts to feel heavy and restless.
And then that first warm morning arrives, and the very first thing you want to do is open all the windows.
We've had the house closed up for so long during winter. Opening the windows and getting fresh spring air blowing through just feels amazing. It freshens everything up.
And that fresh air coming through the windows is usually what triggers spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning means doing a thorough, deep clean of your home at the start of spring. You open the windows, let the fresh air in, and suddenly you want to clean everything. Reorganize, get rid of stuff you've been holding on to all winter.
And then you go outside and realize the yard needs just as much attention.
After a long winter, there are broken branches everywhere, dead leaves, all kinds of debris that piled up over the cold months.
So you do some yard work. Yard work means cleaning up and maintaining your outdoor space, your garden, your lawn, your yard.
You pick up sticks, rake the dead leaves, tidy everything up. And once the grass starts growing, you have to start mowing the lawn too.
Mow the lawn means to cut the grass with a lawnmower to keep it neat and at an even height. There are two main types: a push mower, which you walk behind and push yourself, and a riding mower, which is a larger machine you actually sit on and drive.
The first time you mow the lawn in spring always feels like such a milestone, like the yard is officially back.
And the change in weather brings a change in clothes, too. After months of heavy coats and scarves, people finally start shedding their winter layers.
Shed your layers means to take off the heavy, bulky clothing you've been wearing all winter as the weather gets warmer. One week, everyone is in massive puffer jackets. The next week, people are in t-shirts and short-sleeve shirts.
And the spring jacket comes out. A spring jacket is a lighter, thinner jacket that's warm enough for cool spring days, but not as heavy as a winter coat.
And of course, the sunglasses come out too, because the sun is suddenly so much brighter.
People just look so different. When the sun is shining and no one is fighting the cold anymore, everyone has a spring in their step.
Have a spring in your step means to walk with a light, bouncy, energetic rhythm, as if you are happy and full of energy.
You can see it everywhere. Outdoor patios are packed. People are sitting in parks on their lunch breaks, just trying to catch some rays.
Catch some rays means to sit or lie in the sun to get some sunlight on your skin. After months of gray winter skies, everyone is just desperate for it.
And the evenings are getting longer, too. Think about January. You leave work at 6 p.m. and it is pitch black outside.
Pitch black means completely and totally dark, with no light at all. It feels like the day is already over.
But now you leave work and the sun is still shining. You get that gorgeous golden hour light.
The golden hour is that period shortly before sunset when the sunlight is warm, soft, and golden, making everything look beautiful. Everything just glows.
It gives you your evenings back. That alone is such a massive mood shift.
Of course, spring isn't all sunshine and blossoms. The weather is completely unpredictable. You leave the house in a t-shirt, and by the afternoon, there's a thunderstorm rolling in.
Roll in means to arrive gradually or suddenly, often used to describe weather moving into an area.
And when it rains, everything gets muddy. The ground gets soggy. Soggy means thoroughly soaked with water and soft as a result.
You end up with mud puddles everywhere. A mud puddle is a small pool of muddy water that forms on the ground after rain.
And sometimes it rains so much that rivers actually flood. Flood means to overflow with water and cover areas that are normally dry.
But you just have to remind yourself, April showers bring May flowers.
April showers bring May flowers means that difficult or unpleasant conditions are often necessary to produce something beautiful. All that rain is waking up the roots, feeding the flowers, turning everything green.
So when those spring storms roll in, you just grab your umbrella and weather the storm.
Weather the storm means to endure a difficult or unpleasant situation patiently until it passes. Because you know that on the other side of those gray, rainy days is the most beautiful time of year.
And when the storm finally clears, the whole world is just buzzing with energy. Buzzing with energy means full of lively, excited, active energy, like everything around you is alive and humming.
This season goes by so fast. The blossoms are fleeting. The golden hour only lasts a few minutes. We really have to stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses means to slow down and take time to appreciate the beauty around you instead of rushing through life.
So maybe this weekend, you don't need a big, productive plan. Just step outside, find a quiet bench, and let yourself be a part of the world waking up.
You might just bump into someone who completely brightens your day, someone who is a true ray of sunshine.
A ray of sunshine means a person who brings happiness, warmth, and positivity to the people around them. We should all try to be that for someone today. All right, before we close out, let's do our mindful review. Liam, what stood out to you from today?
My first pick is cabin fever. Because it's something you can use anytime you've been stuck inside for too long. You might text a friend on a rainy Saturday and say, "I have serious cabin fever. Do you want to grab coffee somewhere?"
Or, if you've been working from home all week, you tell your partner, "I need to get out of this apartment. I'm getting cabin fever." It perfectly captures that restless, cooped-up feeling.
My second pick is spring cleaning, and I love it because people use it beyond just literally cleaning your home. I did some spring cleaning on my phone and deleted 500 photos. Or, we did a bit of spring cleaning in the office and got rid of all the old files. It just means a fresh, thorough clearing out.
Such a versatile phrase. And my pick is April showers bring May flowers, because it works so well in real conversation beyond just talking about the weather. If someone is having a rough week, you might say, "Things are tough right now, but you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers." It's a warm, optimistic way of saying that difficult times lead to something good.
And it immediately sounds natural and native when you use it.
So try using at least one of these this week. Tell someone you have cabin fever. Do some spring cleaning. And when the rain comes, remind yourself, April showers bring May flowers.
We would love to hear from you. What is your favorite sign of spring? Is it the first blossoms, the sound of birds chirping, or just finally being able to wear a t-shirt outside? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. And if you want more natural English like today, our previous episodes are full of it. Everything from today is also in the pinned comment.
Share this one with someone who's ready to enjoy the season. Have a wonderful week, get outside if you can, and we will see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Isn't this view incredible?
Yes, the sunset is magical. I could ride this train forever.